Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm an a 20-something corporate employee and I'm here to share my personal finance journey with you all. And with my personal finance journey, I mainly use the cash envelope and sinking funds systems to control my spending and also to keep me on track of my goals. And speaking of goals, today I will be sharing my financial goals for this year 2023. But before anything else, I do want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched, liked, and commented on my videos, as well as those who have subscribed. Your support means a lot to me and I highly appreciate it, and I do hope you stick around for the rest of my journey. So without further ado, let me share my goals for this year. I have about 6 main goals that I want to tackle in terms of my financial goals. The very first one is to pay off, wait, let me write that down. But the very first one is to pay off my existing debt. Well, actually now existing debts, because I did go a little haywire on spending during the holiday season. But yeah, to pay off my existing debts and not to incur any more debt this year. So if you have been here for a while, you would know that I actually have a debt to my future self because I used the money that my parents saved for my future to buy myself this iPad, and then I dipped into that fund again to get myself a little something that I'm not quite comfortable sharing, but because of that I need to pay my future self back. Right now with this iPad I only have like about 25% more to go, and because of that I am targeting to finish paying for it by the end of Q1. Finish paying by end of Q1. As for the new debt, I am targeting to finish paying for it at the end or by the end of this year, so by the end of Q4. And how do I plan to not incur any new debt to my future self? So what I thought, or what I decided on, is I will create a wish list of all of my big ticket items that I want to buy. By big ticket items, I mean items that costs more than 1,000 pesos and that are not medical or toiletries or like just anything that is unrelated, basically anything that is consumerism triggered or something like that. Okay, so create a wish list of big ticket items, and along with that list of big ticket items I will create the criteria that I need to meet before I buy those items, plus criteria. Okay. What I'm going to do once I've paid off my debts is I will then move it to my retirement fund, which is stored in Pag-ibig MP2, which means that I cannot move it. So that's how I can also ensure that I won't be touching any of the funds that I set aside as debt payment. Okay, that's it for number one. Moving on to number two, which is kind of related. I want to raise my net worth by 150,000 pesos by the end of next year. I know there are a lot of ways that you can calculate your net worth, but for me, what I consider to be my net worth, or what I am using to calculate my net worth as of this moment, is my retirement fund, my emergency fund, current fund value of my investments, current fund value of my VUL, and other savings. So as you can see right now, most of my net worth is just calculated based on money or like monetary value, not really with liabilities and assets quite yet. But yeah, so what I am foreseeing or what I am planning as the breakdown of the 150 is my retirement by the end of the year, or my retirement fund by the end of the year should get at least 85,000 pesos more than the starting this year. And then my emergency fund should get at least 40,000. My investments, which I know I can control the market and all, but at least, or on average, I want my investments fund value to increase by 15,000 pesos. I'm not sure if that will be possible, but that is the goal I'm going to set. And if I cannot reach this by the end of the year or not, or by the end of the year, I will just compensate it in other areas. Okay, and then other sinking funds, I want to increase by at least 10,000 pesos. My third goal is to have a no or low spending or low buying year. I say this because I know that I spent a lot in 2022, and a lot of my purchases or expenses came from emotional or are emotionally charged, I want to say. Emotionally motivated. And because I have identified the areas in which I spent the most, I want to be able to at least control how much I'm spending in those areas. Okay, so the very first thing that I am hoping, or I will do my best not to buy in the upcoming year, are shoes. So last year, I got maybe like 3 or 4 pairs of new shoes. So I really don't need more since I rarely go out anyway. And then I also don't want to buy unfitted clothes. By unfitted clothes, I mean clothing that I'm not sure will fit me. So these include anything that is marked free size, or clothes that I haven't, or clothes that don't have a measurement, like a measuring guide to them if they're posted online. So essentially, as much as possible, I want to buy my new clothes in the store just to ensure that I will feel good in them and that they will fit me the way that I want them to. And then third is late night food deliveries. This year, I have just really been working on my relationship with food and trying not to feel too guilty about indulging myself in food. And there's nothing wrong with getting food deliveries. The problem is I am probably spending too much on food deliveries because if I wake up in the middle of the night and feel hungry, my first instinct is to order food, which is not good for my wallet since it happens almost every day. So I want to lessen the number of times that I get food delivery in the coming year. And then the fourth and last one are new books. I say this because I am a firm believer that buying books and reading books are completely different hobbies. And I have a lot of unread books in my shelf right now. So the rule that I'm going to set for myself is I should finish at least 3 books that I already have before I buy a new one. Okay, so 3 or read 3 books. Read 3 books before 3 read books equals 1 new book. Okay, so that is the rule that I'm going to set for myself. Of course, if by the time I finish reading 3 books and I feel like I don't want to buy any book, I will just simply not buy. Okay, and going on to the fourth goal. For the coming year, I want to be able to keep track of the interest and dividends that I receive. Keep track of dividends and interest. Because my habit right now is I don't really do anything with the interest. I don't really keep track of it, and for me, it kind of like it's just, it makes everything more cluttered, I would say, in my accounts and in the way that I compartmentalize my budget. So I want to just kind of organize everything in my head, basically. Okay, so my sources for dividends. Currently, it's my G-Invest account, and maybe I will open another future investment account. I can receive dividends. So I'm just going to write that down. What I plan to do is to just accumulate everything until such a time that I can buy new stocks or new units. Accumulate until able to buy new units. As for interest, I mainly get this from my digital bank accounts. Digital bank accounts. And I'm planning to reallocate the funds at the end of the year, or no, reallocate the funds at the end of the month, or just let them accumulate depending on the bank account that I'm using. So reallocate or accumulate. Okay, that's it for the fourth goal. For the fifth goal, I want to add other sources of income. Like I said, right now I am a corporate employee, so I do receive a paycheck from my employer, but I want to be able to have other sources or other streams of income. So right now I'm thinking of launching my own shop that is budget related or is personal finance related. The second thing that I'm thinking about is a joint business venture with my partner. We have been talking, or we have been throwing ideas around, but we haven't quite committed, or we haven't quite settled what we want to venture into yet. Venture with partner. And then the third is I could maybe get or book part-time gigs or rackets. And then the sixth and last one is to complete the 2023's challenge. This is a savings challenge that I want to follow for this year, and I will explain or talk about it more in my other video about my setup for 2023 and the savings challenges that I want to complete or I want to accomplish for this year. Okay, so that is about it for my financial goals. Now let's head on over to my other goals, which is basically just goals that are related to this channel. So the very first goal that I have is to have better production value for my videos. And that means is I want to have better lighting, better audio, maybe better editing, have an intro, have thumbnails when I upload my videos. And I also want to utilize the description box more, because I rarely write paragraphs in it. I do not maximize my postings enough. So yeah, that's the number one thing. I want to have better production value for my videos. Then the second thing is to interact more with the community. This is a goal of mine because the way that I do things right now is I mostly film my videos in bulk, edit them, and then just post them according to a schedule, because that's how it works with my timeline and everything. But because I post them on a schedule, I don't really get to interact or to lurk around my page a lot. So my goal for the upcoming year is to just interact more with other fellow budgeters and cash stuffers, and to just be more connected to the community. And then my third and last goal for this channel is to be able to reach at least 150 subscribers by the end of the year. As of filming, I think I have around 30 something subscribers, so I still have 80% to go. But yeah, I am hoping that I can reach this number by next year. And if not, well, there's always a year after that, but I know that I will be trying really hard to reach this number by next year. That is it for this video. Please let me know down below what are your goals for 2023, may it be for financial or personal. health related goals. I really like hearing about other people's goals because they also kind of make me reflect on the things that matter to me, and the things that I want to prioritize for myself. But yeah, that is it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.